Hello, everyone! Welcome once again to Dread Pirates RPGs. I, of course, am Edward Peeler, the Dread Pirate. And before we get started today, a couple of quick announcements. After the previous session, I basically came to the conclusion that we were having so many drops on Discord that it was just basically becoming untenable to keep role playing using it. And we figured out what the problem was, is that the Wi-Fi was bad. And the Wi-Fi was bad because I'm actually in a different building, and from where my Wi-Fi source is coming from, and it has to go through metal, and that was the majority of my drops were coming from. So I needed a Wi-Fi extender. So I put a little bit of money into the show. We now have a very nice Wi-Fi extender that works out very, very well. And from then on, we've had 2 more sessions since then, and we haven't had any issues with drops. It's been much, much better. So we've got that going on. I'm also busted out the blue snowball here. I just, while trying things out here on Linux, I haven't really, I had, like, while I was on Windows, there was some session I did where, the snowball just didn't work, and I think it was like one of my Captain Marvel related reviews, and I had no audio, and just after I ranted unscripted for a long time, and it was really irritating, so I stopped using my baby. But it's like, listening to these past couple, it's like, okay, I'm quiet as a mouse. We need to get some better audio in here. So let's. So as long as that red light's on, I should be all right. Also, things appear to be working a lot better on Linux. I'm using a Linux machine here to record, and basically, I was having a lot of troubles with Windows. If you go, part of the reason the new segments here are 30 minutes longer, or 30 minutes, little 30-minute segments for the most part, is it's OBS has a tendency to drop when I'm using my Windows machine, and I'm not sure why. It could just be Windows, it could just be my setup, it could just be my own incompetence, I don't know. But for whatever the case, it's like there seem to be absolutely no problems when using Linux. I still want to do little 30-minute segments because they seem a little bit more easy to digest, instead of expecting people to listen to like 4 hours straight. So we're going to continue with that. But yeah, that's just a couple. We've had a couple of technical upgrades. We put a little bit of money into the show, so things are going good. Now let's get straight to the recap, and so I'll see you guys there in a moment. When we last left off, our intrepid heroes had navigated across the Lake of Shadows, a massive underground lake in the Underdark, and had been attacked by a terrible, massive kraken that assaulted the party. Our intrepid heroes, Devdin the half-vampire, Skeletor, the overlord of evil from He-Man, the amazing Spider-Man from Marvel, Lorala Dumian, the half-spider, half-drow Fang of Loth, and Zustan Marshin, the shifty wizard, as well as a couple of stone giants, got ambushed by this creature. They fought it for some time and greatly wounded it, and then finally Devdin and Zustan used some of their spells and magical abilities to teleport everybody away. But of course it raises the question that why didn't Zustan just use his magic in order to teleport everybody across in the first place? He could have spared them a whole trip initially. So we now resume our story, and we must find out what happened to our intrepid crew when they were on the shores of the Lake of Shadows, closer to their destination of Maramydra. And what will happen as they continue their quest to stop by Ray Saran and the cult of Karan Sali. But also we must catch up with our friend Zaknoyn. Zaknoyn, the drow sorcerer, fell asleep while talking to the stone giants, and so the stone giants had their dire bears just kind of carry him away and snuggle up with him, and so we're going to catch up with what happened to him. So tune in now and find out what happens today on the adventure. Alright, start recording. Alright, Alex's character is immediately terribly raped by mad goats, and it's funny, because that's funny.
I hate you so much.
I know. Alright, so, greetings everyone, this is the Dread Pirate once again, and I have had so many computer problems and victories. We've got new technology and broken computers and tears and blood, and it's just yes, this game is fueled by my tears. That's what it is. And today we have Alex playing Zaknoyn, and we have Dark Wolf, Dark Fox, Path to Science Fantasy playing Skeletor, and me as Spider-Man. And Flutterbudgets isn't here because he's standing up. He's standing me up to watch anime, much like he did when he was Doug Marsden in Dents, because he's a terrible person. And yes, and Ahmed's Ignite's not here yet. Hopefully he'll be here later. We'll find out. And Jed's here, who's perfectly capable of playing a game, regardless of...
But he doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to, and regardless of his lies, that he's like, oh, I don't know how to play. No, he's full of shit. He's full of shit. There was a Halloween game, and he was in it, and he was the actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf and Moon Man, and he was great. He was great, but he just... it's either he doesn't believe in himself, or he's just trolling me. Him and that lecherous dog. I don't know. So what do you have to say for yourself? What do you have to say for yourself, sir?
Are you fapping?
That's clearly what he was doing. He was clearly fapping. So, yes. Okay. I think I have an up-to-date version of Spider-Man. I'm not sure. Because I had to, like, throw all this crap on this computer because of the apocalypse that happened with the other computer. Because that's what my day's been like. What's the date today? What is the date?
Today is the 6th of June.
The 6th of June. Okay. So that would mean the 5/25 one is probably the most, like, up-to-date one. Hopefully. Did anybody level up last time?
I did.
You leveled up. Okay. Double web, knockout, 2 slams. Okay, so I don't think I'm... Yeah, I don't think I'm leveling up until... Let me take a look. Do I have my damage? Oh, I think I already did that. Okay. I got my character sheet. I think I'm up to date. I'm not sure. The other computer exploded, so whatever. Let's just roll with it. Yeah. And I need everybody to roll initiative. So D20 plus your initiative modifier.
Oh, Lord.
Yes. Especially you. Especially you. Yes, you. You! Yes, you! Poems, laddie! Poems!
Hold on. Words. 19!
You have a 19? Okay. That means your character explodes.
Don't kill me.
Okay, I don't know.
At least not yet.
Yeah. You rolled a 19. Spider-Man rolled a 9. But, hold on. I have to edit that crap out, but whatever. Alright. Okay, so we have a 19 and a 14. Skeletor, what do you got?
The side of Skeletor and his Skeletor's character sheet,
Yeah.
is that my initiative?
Where it says initiative, yes.
Initiative. Where's that at?
I can't see it, dude.
Okay, I got my sheet out.
I'm doing something else.
Sorry.
Okay. You have a +5. So
Okay,
D20 plus 5.
So 5, 6, 7, 8.
What do you got?
An 8.
8 total? Okay. Alright, that's fine. Alright, Zakanin. You,
Yes.
You were, with your assorted party, you were, alert and noble and righteous. And you had gone before the giant, chieftains, and you were going to, ask them for permission to pass through their lands in order to defeat, the cult of Karansali at Maramydra.
Okay.
You were going to do that, and Devdin was talking and speaking on behalf of your party. And then, for some reason, you got very, very tired, and you just kind of fell over and passed out. And you've been asleep for some time. And suddenly you're starting to stir to awake, and you feel very warm, and you're having trouble breathing. And you notice that there's something kind of salty in your mouth. And you awaken, and you feel like, you feel that something is pressing in and out, as if it's breathing on two sides of your body. And you awaken, and half your vision is obscured, because there's something, like, on your face, and it smells really bad. And as your eyes come into focus, you realize that like there's a giant dire bear's taint right on your face.
Oh God!
One of the testicles is in your mouth because you were drooling, and it actually just kind of fell in there. And you're actually staring right at its asshole, and it suddenly farts on you. You take 2 damage. You take damage. Oh yes, I am a bitter dungeon master. So where did I put you? Yes. So you take 2 damage.
God damn you!
So you're at 93 now. It smells really bad, and you're in horror because of your current predicament. What are you gonna do? You hear the bears snoring.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, hold on.
It's the noise you make.
Oh, I am gonna kill this thing.
Are you now?
Oh yes, I'm pissed. Wait, no, I'm not gonna, because I'm probably gonna die if I do. So
maybe I don't know.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
Not gonna do that.
Oh, hold on. I damaged Skeletor. I wasn't supposed to damage Skeletor. I was supposed to damage you. You, yes. You, yes, you.
Bastard.
I know. I told you. You're lucky though. It was either this or we were gonna like rip you off like all your money, because that's what Devin wanted to do. But Spider-Man stuck up for you, so all you're getting is just you have a giant bear taint on your face. Okay, you're actually at 34 health.
Holy ow!
Yeah. Hold on. You're level 13. You're actually at 47 because you had a good night's rest, but you just took 2 damage from being farted on. But yeah, so, you're other than that, you're fine.
Okay.
So yeah, you are you have bear taint on your face. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna lift this bear off me.
Make a strength check.
Okay. God damn it. Come on, boy. Come on. Help me here, dice. I need your help. Please. I'm pleading with my dice.
There is no God for you.
I will plead with my dice.
There is no God for people who fall asleep in the last session.
Come on, dice. Help me here, please. Come on. I have a 12.
12. It's way too heavy. You're able to lift it off a little ways, and you notice it's starting to stir a little bit, but it falls back on top of you and knocks the wind out of you.
Why?
What are you gonna do?
Can I, fuck, hang on. Don't want to kill this thing yet, because I don't know if it belongs to anybody. Could I wish it away?
Its taint falls right back in your face. Do you have the wish spell?
I've got limited wish.
Okay.
Just, I'll use that.
You cast limited wish?
And just wish it off me.
To wish it off you?
Yes.
Okay. You cast limited wish, and it's like a Star Trek transporter as the creature beams away, and then falls on the ground right next to you. It then startles awake, and it stretches and it lifts, and it walks over. It gets up and it walks over to you, and it gets right on top of you and presses down on your chest with one of its paws and starts licking your face. There is suddenly raucous laughter as you discover that all of this was witnessed by several stone giants.
God damn it!
It sets down. It licks you some more and then snuggles next to you, but you can actually move now. You discover that you're actually on top of another one, which is also fast asleep.
God!
It's like My Neighbor Totoro. You're like right on the back of it. It's like. That one's paws
Oh.
reaching up to like wrap around you to hold you down. What are you gonna do?
Oh, fuck. Fuck. No. God, fuck. Um. Mm,
I am petty.
This is the pettiest you have been. This is the pettiest you have been.
This is true.
It's
reaching around to get you. What are you gonna do?
Ooh, antipathy?
What?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, that's 8th level.
Or
Shit.
why don't you just walk away? Why don't you get off the thing's stomach?
Okay, yeah, I'll just do that.
I mean, if you really want to start combat with like 5 stone
No,
giants and a dire bear.
no, we're not doing
I think you
that.
do. I think you really want. I think yeah.
Shut up. Shut your face up.
By the way,
We're
here's
not doing that.
By the way, here's the map.
No, I'm gonna get up and leave.
Okay, you get up and like the stone giants. Oh, you've given them a good chuckle, and they're laughing at your expense, but seemingly good naturedly. You've made things. They're amused. You've given them a good laugh, and they appreciate that. Okay, this is not expanding the way I want it to be. Ooh, that's the Deep Wastes. That's the old map. I need the actual Lake of Shadows map. Oh, this is the wrong one. Okay. Oh, here we go. There we go. Yeah. So here's the map of the area you're in. Okay. And let me see. Got too many things open. You are in L5. This is L5. No, actually, yeah, you're in L4. You're in L4. There's a little living quarters. This is the area where you guys initially climbed up, and there's like a little fire, and there's like it almost looks like a living room, except a little more primitive because they're stone giant people. So it's almost like it kind of like you're not from Earth, so you wouldn't recognize this, but like it kind of reminds you of the Flintstones, if it makes any sense, because it's like these people have the intelligence to have modern amenities. They just don't have them because they live in a cave and they're made of stone, and so they have like
meta-wise, I understand that,
but they've got like some simple books and things like that, and they're just like and they appear to be like making breakfast or something like that, and they're just kind of they stop their conversations kind of and give you a good like some good natured ribbing from your new I guess your new relationship with the dire bear. But that's what you're at. So what are you gonna do?
What was I doing before this crap happened?
You were in L5 talking to the chiefs, and you passed out.
Okay. So I guess we're going back to the chiefs and talking with them.
You go back into into L5, and there is Gurik and Thundra, who are kind of like talking and chatting to themselves and kind of laughing, and they appear to be kind of eating some. Looks almost like it looks like the Roth meat that you've seen before in the Drow, the Drow lands, which is essentially underground buffalo, for lack of a better term. And they notice your arrival, and it's Thurek. Thurek and Gundra are their names. Thurek looks at you. Ah, the Drow has awakened. Good to see you. And it's like
good to see you as well.
Yeah, it's like. So, I had a good night's sleep with the dire bears. I take it.
I'd rather not talk about that at this moment.
He kind of gives you a smile as if he knows what was going on. It's like, well, what can we do for you? What can we do for you?
We need passage.
Well, I'm afraid your friends have gone on ahead with 2 of our stone giants on a raft. We can send 2 with you, ferry you across, but it's about 100 gold to travel across.
I'll do it.
Okay,
that's all fine. Right. Thanks.
You pay him 100 gold, and
yes.
Let's see. Here's your gold. Okay. All right. So you're down to like. I'm bad at math. You're about down to 109,900 gold. And basically he's a little concerned. It's like our men should be back though. Take heart, Drow. I don't know why I'm warning you of this, but they call it the Lake of Shadows for a reason. There's many dangers on the lake. Yeah, it was. They left a day ago. Our people should have gone back. Hopefully your people are all right. So, but you pay them 100 gold, and they and Thurok takes you back down to L3, where the docks are at, and there's two stone giants agree to ferry you across, and you get on a raft and you start sailing down the lake, and we're gonna get back to you. Okay. Meanwhile, the night before, it occurred to Spider-Man that Spider-Man takes a little bit of time to basically kind of rest and recuperate. I spent some action points so that way I would be at full health. So he just kind of rests and recuperates. But Spider-Man also kind of comes to the realization that he probably needs to eat, because he actually has not eaten in the past couple days, like 2 days specifically. And it dawns on him that he didn't bring in any rations with him. So Spider-Man is going to attempt to do like a little fishing. If I can find my character sheet again, which I've lost. Okay. Alright, Spider-Man 529. That's the most up-to-date one, I think. Yes. Alright. Wisdom scores a +1. Do I have survival as a skill? Ride knowledge. No, I do not have survival as a skill, so I might be fucked here. So I'm gonna roll a d20 to see if I get. Like, Spider-Man's gonna attempt to do some fishing. 16. I made it. So what Spider-Man does is Spider-Man basically goes to the edge of the shore of the Lake of Shadows and basically just actually like starts climbing the walls and gets like just over the lake a good 10 feet from the shore and spends some time looking through the water. The water's actually very, very clear, and he spots some fish. And with a little practice, he's able to shoot some web lines down and catch fish with just his webbing, and then take them back, and with the help of the others, he's able to cook it and survive. So he's able to eat. I'm going to do another check to see if I can have some extra rations. 15. Spider-Man has fish for another day. He can basically survive on fish for another day. So, I'm like give myself a little note here. Fish. 1 day's rations. So it occurred to me that, like, yeah, we didn't stop and eat or anything like that, and I actually need to eat and things like that. Okay, so the next day, Skeletor, you basically stayed awake all night. Being an undead creature, you were able to just kind of stay up for everybody. Yeah, it's we are. If you're looking at the map, there's a pathway that leads to the Wailing Cliffs, and that's basically the only way to go forward. Devdin states that he'd rather rest up after the fight with the Kraken for a little while longer, so he's just gonna rest here for a little bit, and he'll catch up to us later. So it's basically Spider-Man, Skeletor, Lorala, and Sustan. So I need their character sheets too. Skeletor, are you gonna do anything of note, like right now?
Skeletor casts I think it's called never mind. Skeletor like goes looking around for like dead bodies.
Make a search check.
Okay. I'll do.
What'd you roll?
Oh, what do I do first? I didn't like hear you say what you said. I had to roll.
If you're looking for dead bodies, make a search check.
Well, like, what dice do I roll?
Okay, well, it's a skill check. You have search as a skill.
Okay. Oh, okay. Search. Search. All my skills.
You have perception. You do not have search as a skill. You have perception. Make a perception check. Well, no, wait. Skill is... Okay, make an intelligence check. Make an intelligence check. So it's going to be...
Intelligence.
Yeah, plus 3. D20 plus 3.
20 plus 3.
Yep.
16.
16. You do not find any dead bodies. You are on a nice shore in an underground cave, and there's no dead bodies that you can find. Oh, there's also 2 stone giants with you.
Okay. Are they hostile?
No, they're the guys that rowed you across.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, and they say, well, we were supposed to head back, but you.
That was that one time when I was topping, wasn't it?
What?
That one time when we was topping the road back and stuff, the stone giant and stuff you talking about, like how I got here?
No, I don't recall doing that. No, anyway.
But I was saying, like, when we got to here, was that time when we was topping? Because I remember
you were on a raft and a giant squid attacked. Yeah, okay, the guys that were rowing you across on the raft were the 2 stone giants.
Okay, because I didn't hear you say that part, because when I was topping, you was cutting in and out and stuff.
Okay, whatever. Don't worry about it. Okay, so... the stone giants are actually talking to Spider-Man while you're kind of searching around, and they're basically talking loudly as well. We were supposed to head back, but I guess the Kraken attacked us. So there's like we're due back by now, but I guess our raft was in the middle of the ocean, so I guess we're gonna stay with you guys. It's like I believe teleport's 100. Jed, are you in the call?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you recall like teleport's like 100 miles per level, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's like, well, I guess I guess we're stuck with you for the time being, and it's like, well, actually, I could, Zeustan, the wizard, the dry wizard, pipes up. It's like, well, actually, tell you the truth, I probably could just, the lake's not that far away. I could probably teleport you across, and you'd be fine. And it's like, oh, well then, I guess you could. And they're looking at Zeustan funny, and then Spider-Man looks at him, and it's like, then why didn't you just teleport us across the lake? You never asked me if I should do that, so I just kind of paid and got along on the... Okay, you should probably volunteer that kind of information before so we don't get attacked by giant krakens. I'm sorry. Apologize. It's like... Could you send us home, please? It's like, yeah, I can. Hold on. Alright, so Zeustan is actually going to take hold of the stone giant's hand, and he's going to teleport them with them back home and teleport back. So Spider-Man is just sitting there, just kind of just fretting. It's like, we could have avoided the giant squid. Nobody. No, he didn't bother to tell us. He didn't. I don't trust him. He was aligned with the cult of Karensali. He probably didn't want to tell us, or he was going to hold the spells back and just abandon us when he got the chance. Well, he came back for you and for the rest of us, so it's like, let's give him a chance. So, ancillary dialogue. Skeletor, are you going to do anything else?
I think he goes back and goes kind of towards where Spider-Man's at.
All right, he's not too far away from you. He's like about 10 feet away from you. So. Okay. Are you gonna do anything else?
He starts to have a conversation with Skeletor. I mean, Spider-Man.
Okay. What's he say?
He asks him if he knows something about a thing known as an Infinity Gauntlet.
The Infinity Gauntlet? Yeah, yeah, I know about the Infinity Gauntlet. That was the device. Yeah, Thanos basically gathered the Infinity Gems and almost destroyed half the universe. It's like, you've heard of Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet?
Not exactly.
Skeletor. So, I would just like to point out that your character has no prior knowledge of the Infinity Gauntlet. So, you've that's the thing.
There was a mention of it the first time I played from somebody when I woke up. That thing and stuff from the other that night.
Nobody mentioned the Infinity Gauntlet to you. Yeah. So if you want to ask him, if you want to say those words, it's fine. But you actually don't know anything about the Infinity Gauntlet. Okay, so where Spider-Man looks at you, it's like, well, what about the Infinity Gauntlet? How do you you've heard of Thanos? You've heard of the Infinity Gauntlet?
Yes.
Well, what do you want to know about it? I mean, did you lose someone when? I mean, we stopped him eventually. Well, I didn't. I was dead. But yeah, Nebula stopped him, and then the rest of the heroes just kind of dogpiled him and reset everything. So, I mean, did you lose anybody? I mean, they should be back to life by now. That was years ago.
He just says that he's just curious. He used to be a person who searches, kind of collect a lot of magic stuff.
Okay. So just between you, the player, and me, the dungeon master, why does Skeletor want to know about the Infinity Gauntlet?
Oh, the character's lawful evil, and he's looking for power, and I can't remember where it is, but there is a.
You want the Infinity Gauntlet so you can basically gain ultimate power and take over the universe, basically. Yeah. Okay. All right. I need you to do a bluff check. So, you're going to...
Fuck. This is not gonna end well.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking at Spider-Man right now. All right. Sense motive. All right. Skeletor. Let me take a look. You do not have bluff as a skill, so you're going to need to... I don't think you do, anyway. Hold on. You're a wizard. Yeah, you're a wizard. That's the thing. Yeah, okay. It's going to be your charisma modifier, so you need to... You're going to add... It's a straight D20 roll. You're going to do a straight D20 roll against me.
D20? Okay.
Yeah, straight D20.
7.
You rolled a 7? Dark Fox.
A 7.
You rolled a 7? Okay, I rolled a 50. So, Spider-Man looks at you and kind of raises an eyebrow. And it's like, okay, cool. Spider-Man walks over and starts whispering something to Lorella.
No.
And he's looking at you funny.
But
that's all he's gonna do. So, yeah, alright. Alright, Zaknoyn, you are rowing down the lake, and as happy as can be, and things are cool, and it takes you several hours as you're rowing across the lake, and then something really bad happens. So I need to pull open the character thingy. I need to open stuff.
oh Lord.
Yeah. So, all right, this is gonna be a little awkward because the party's divided. Split the party.
Don't split the party.
We're already split. You're already split. You fell asleep in the freaking thing. You fell asleep in the fucking stone giant place. So we're split. We're split like like James McAfee. That's how split we are.
Damn.
Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna have to do that crazy dance that he does. Do it. Okay.
No.
All right. So suddenly hurricane force winds start blowing, and you need to make a strength check.
Oh Lord. Okay. Come on. Help me, dice. for?
You fly off the raft. Okay, dude, I'm serious. Like, I know I was very vindictive before, but my real plan was just the dire bear taint. This might actually kill you, and I'm sorry if it does.
Oh crap!
I'm rooting for you, man, but this might actually kill you. So, you fly off the raft into the water. You splash in the water. We'll deal with you in a minute. I need to find your giant friends, because your giants friends are in this mess too. And there's 2 of them. Do you have teleport as a spell?
Hang on.
Or like some kind of like magic save my bacon type of spell?
Hang on.
Oh no! Let me guess. You pick control plants or some shit.
No.
Okay, good.
No. Yes.
You have teleport?
Yes.
Good. You're probably gonna need it. Or something else. Depends on what you want to do.
Okay, teleport instantly transports me as far as 100 miles per my level.
Right. Now, I probably shouldn't have said that, because that's me being a bad DM, but I don't actually want to kill you, regardless of the fact that I boast that. I do kind of want to kill you, but I don't want to. I mean, you understand. You understand.
Yeah. I got it.
Just, I don't want to kill you. I don't want to kill you. I just want to hurt you. I want to cut you a little bit. That's all. That's healthy. All right. Where are the stone giant stats? Frost giant, hill giant, stone giant. Okay. They have a. That's a high. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. They have a +8 to their strength check. 20 and a crit. Okay, so they're fine. The stone giants are able to stay on the raft. You splash into the water, and you start sinking. You sink a good 10 feet down, and you see right underneath the waves, with its tentacles reaching up out of the water, and several reaching towards you, is a giant squid. A gigantic squid. It's huge. It's like the size of a small ship, with 2 massive red eyes, one of them glaring right at you. And now you need to roll initiative, and I think we're going to pause for the moment, because this is a really good... We're at 30 minutes, and this is a really good cliffhanger, so I'll be right back.